What is up, Pokefans? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and this is Season 5 Rank Ladder Matches until we hit Master Ball rank using a team that we built from scratch, and possibly using the same team for our Portland Regional. So in the last couple of videos, we have been taking around with the team a bit, and I think I have come up with a good solution. We have completely removed Annihilate as well as Mousehold. They are currently being retrained EV-wise, and they're going to be reintroduced into the team, or a team, later on. For now, we have added a couple of additions. We've got Dragonite here with the Assault Vest, Normal Terra. He's adamant, but he is built jolly, so he's got speed and attack investments. So I'm hoping that we get a little bit more into there. Fluttermane did go through a slight change. We changed her item from choice specs to try out the expert belt. It is a 20% increase to super effective attacks, and I'm hoping that does enough damage because of the fact that I want to see what she can do, but I also am going to make her one of the main Terra targets, so I do a lot of damage. We also changed out Mystical Fire for Dazzling Gleam. And Qianpo, we got rid of Sucker Punch for Protect. I'm not sure if I added that in the last one. That's what we're going to do that's what we're going to be doing for them. Same thing, no change for Garchomp and no change to Talonflame. And realistically, there's no change for Klefki either. So without further ado, let's get into our ranked matches and see how we do. Alrighty, so our first match is up. We've got Garchomp, Tyranitar, Houndstone, Golden Go, Tauros, Water, and Talonflame. Okay, so I think the best choice of option that we have here is to go with these two and then follow up with these two. No, wait. No, we won't follow up with them. We will follow up with Fluttermane and Qianpo. Yes, because we want to be like the faster team. Now we do have a couple of opportunities to knock out the Pokemon on their side of the table with one, maybe two moves. I'm hoping for just the one, but realistically, I want to tie up to the matchup of the Talonflame Open as much as possible. So we'll see what happens. Tauros and Titar. Okay. Intimidate to lower down our attack. It's totally fine. Sandstorm, which wouldn't really affect Garchomp a lot, so I'm just gonna let it be and just open up with an Earthquake, because I'm not gonna get buffed by the Sandstone. But neither is Talonflame is going to, but Titar and Garchomp won't, because we're ground types. It might be rock types that ignore it, but ground should ignore it too. We'll see. Our opponent opens up with a Terra type on Titar, most likely flying. Fairy. Okay. So that Terra Blast into our Garchomp is going to do a lot of damage, but we are going to go with the Tailwind, so we will become faster. We will not get the weakness bonus, though, from Earthquake. So they will both live. Titar is going to do a lot of damage. Wave Crush to Talonflame, knocks him out. The Recoil almost takes him out himself, and Ice Punch into the Garchomp with his ×4. With the Rough Skin, takes out just a little bit of damage of the Titar. This is not how I expected like the first round to go. But now both of them get snuffed out by the Sandstorm. Place on the left, and we'll place you on the right. Here we go. Fluttermane and Qianpo. Qianpo is going to lose the sash as soon as the sand hits, so that's going to stink just a bit. But I'm going to open up with this, and then say no. Gonna Ruination the T-Tar. That might be the best option. Now, Flutter Mage should go first. Well, she might. I'm not sure. If Ruination goes first, that's great. If it doesn't, that's kind of works against our favor. Houndstone comes up. Dazzling Gleam comes out. Ruination to T-Tar. Terra Blast into Chin-Po. She'll live, but she'll die. She's not going to really be on the field for much longer. Like I said, this is not how I expected this to be. But what can you do, right? Probably would have been a little bit easier if I had G-maxed Fairy, but that's okay. Now the Expert Belt isn't going to do a whole lot of damage here because none of these Pokemon are really weak against Fairy, but it is what it is at this point. My hope is because I'm faster that I will be able to knock out these two Pokemon in one strike with the Terra Fairy. It's unlikely, but it would be my best thought there. Okay, let's go. Terra up. And Dazzling Gleam. 2-time stab. Knocks out T-Tar. But it does not knock out Houndstone. We'll pop the Citrus Berry. Did they leave or did I? And Night Slash didn't do that much damage. We'll see how it goes. That was a loss. Alrighty, so our next message. Fluttermane, Tatsugiri, Dragonite, King Gambit, Iron Wing? It's not Iron Thorns. Anyways, Iron something, and Dodonzo. Interesting. So I'm gonna enter these four because the Donzo in itself is kind of a terrible thing to fight against. I'm hoping that with the Life Orb, Garchomp, Talonflame open would be it. I will be faster than most things on that side of the field, so that's what I'm hoping for. So Iron Moth, which is what I couldn't remember what it's called before, is mostly offensive. It could learn a Tailwind. I'm not 100%. So we'll keep an eye on that. Fluttermane and Iron Moth, here we go. Nice shiny, by the way. Okay, and Quark Drive. Speed, right? Special attack. So we got two heavy special attackers. We're gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna do this to open up with that. We want to take out the weaknesses for Garchomp, so we're just gonna straight up go with the first Terra that we have, which is Terra Fairy. We might go back to ground because even though that we have Terra Blast, Fluttermane can one-shot most Pokemon that is the runes, like the runic Pokemon. So shouldn't have that as an issue. Garchomp going in with the Earthquake with the Life Orb, takes out both Pokemon in one fell swoop. Even though that it's not the correct stab, it will effectively work, putting our opponent on edge right from the beginning. And they came out with Dragonite and Dodonzo. Interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I mean, I could taunt either one of these guys, but I don't think that would have anything that is taunt worthy, right? So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and Brave Bird the Dragonite, and then we're gonna Terra Blast into the Dragonite. I mean, why not? He's probably gonna change Dragonite to normal or flying anyway. Seems normal is the correct choice here. So my Terra Blast isn't going to do a ton of damage, but it'll do enough. Will not kill the Garchomp. Will do extra damage though. Brave Bird goes right off into the Dragonite, knocking him about 2/3, and I will now knock him out with a Terra Blast Garchomp with a vengeance. This is what you get for hitting me first. Boom! Knocked him out. And with that, one big threat is already down. Now Dodonzo is still hard to deal with. He's got Wave Crash, but it's 3 versus 1 at this point. So we are looking fairly pretty. He was with his own recoil. But he's got leftovers. Leftovers, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna come in with Qianpo now. And we're going to lower down the defenses of this Pokemon. We're gonna go ahead and do Ruination. And then we're just gonna straight up do Terra Blast, Kiss It, Stabbed. We get a 2 times effect. So drop your HP by half and Terra Blast, which should knock you out. Oh, so close. You live with maybe 2 HP. Earthquake comes in, doesn't do anything to the Qianpo, but will take out the Garchomp. But we are going to be sitting really, really pretty because the person in the back that can come in is easily can deal with Dodonzo. It is our buddy, the man, the myth, the legend, Dragonite. He'll come out and he will do Extreme Speed. We're going to Sacred Sword Dodonzo, and we'll just pop this so that we get the first attack. And the battle is canceled. Alrighty, ooh, we got some really new Pokemon here. We've got Muck, Gyarados, Fire, Tauros, Pelipper, Klefki, and Mismagius. That is really, really interesting. So what are we going to do from here? We do have an answer with Fluttermane having like Thunderbolt to a lot of the Pokemon in there, including like Gyarados and Pelipper. But with Klefki on the field being, part, prankster that I have to worry about, I think we might end up having to do something that we're not really comfortable with, but we can always give it a try. We have 2 Pokemon that are flying and 2 that are not. So I'm going to go up with the Fluttermane, Qianpo, Garchomp, and Talonflame. Now Pelipper can learn Tailwind, which is something that I want to try to prevent. Gyarados cannot learn it, and a lot of the other Pokemon on the team is slow. So most likely the Pelipper knows not only Drizzle, because that's pretty much what it's always known, is also going to know Tailwind, and is going to be a little bit more bulkier. So Pelipper and Klefki, as first saw a thing that could happen. Pelipper with Drizzle, it's not going to really do a whole lot, but we are going to go ahead and do the Tailwind on our side, and we're going to immediately switch to a Terra. Yes, we're going to switch to Terra Berry to do our Earthquake. Wow, I'm so absent-minded today, guys. I do apologize. Alrighty. So with our first turn, when we open up with Garchomp's Earthquake, I'm hoping to knock out Klefki in 1 turn. It may be the case, but I'm not sure. I got the Tailwind off, which shouldn't beat Prankster. I don't know if Klefki is Prankster. It might have faked me out a little bit here, but we will get the Earthquake off. Will not affect the Talonflame. Will not affect the Pelipper, but will knock out the Klefki, which is the Pokemon that we were worried for first. Pelipper is still a problem, per se, but now that I'm not weak against half of what Pelipper can do, I don't really have to worry about it as much. I am confused, though, so that's really, really interesting. Gyarados comes out next with the Intimidate. This lowers down my attack even further. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Brave Bird the Pelipper, and I'm going to Dragon Claw the Pelipper as well. I could prevent Gyarados from doing something, but I don't know if he's built that way. And I just want to kind of just focus on doing as much damage as possible. Dragon Claw comes out. Does not knock out the Pelipper, but he is built bulkier than the rest. So Dragon Dance comes out on the Gyarados. I'm still faster than it. It does get an attack boost though. Hydro Pump comes out and will knock out the Brave Birding Talonflame. Now the crappy thing about this is because Talonflame has done his job. Now I could bring out Flutter Mane and pretty much knock out any Pokemon that's on this field, which I am definitely going to do. So we're going to go ahead and do Thunderbolt against the Gyarados, and I'm going to protect Garchomp. I'm protecting here because I'm going to assume that they're going to focus target on Garchomp at one point, and I don't want that to become a thing. Alrighty, so now that Gyarados is in a lot of trouble because now it's no longer flying, which means that Garchomp can now hit it with its Earthquake. It's confused though, will hit itself in confusion, will not get to protect, but that is okay. Pelipper did protect, which is a good thing that I didn't go straight into that. I went right into that big old lizard right there to not knock it out. Hello, Waterfall coming out. That's gonna do just quite a bit of damage. Will KO because of the crit. That stinks. But again, we are, I shouldn't say that we are set up for success now, but we are kind of set up for something. Alrighty, so we are going to protect here, and I'm going to Earthquake here. Again, it will not hurt the Pelipper, but it will do something to the Gyarados, which is a bigger problem that I want to deal with right now. So Garchomp is still confused. Goes with the Earthquake, doesn't hit the Pelipper or Tianpo. But will knock out the Gyarados. Gyarados does not get an attack anymore. And Pelipper will now attack into the Tianpo using U-turn. Now it will not work. My Tailwind is out, so now I've got a very difficult very difficult decision. We have Miss Magius coming out on the field, and I don't have anything to really take it out in one blow. Now we did protect the last turn, so it's not a good idea to do it again. We're going to go ahead and use Ice Spinner on the Pelipper, and I'm going to Terra Blast into the Miss Magius. Ice Spinner goes off, will KO the Pelipper. So now it's 2-on-1. Fake Tears will lower Tianpo's defenses, special defenses, 2 stages. Garchomp is finally out of its confusion, and we'll do Terra Blast into the Miss Magius, which should do quite a bit of damage. Almost knocks it out. Good going, Garchomp. Garchomp almost knocks itself out, which is really, really funny. I'm just going to go ahead and protect here because It's probably like the safest bet. Ice Spinner goes off and we'll attack into the Mismagius. And they are done for. Good job, team.